I mean, the main thing that actually got me into the environment, I've talked about this several times on the series, but you know, I was quite bad in school. I dropped out of college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And it's only because I got into an environmental sort of program, taking me out, cutting trees down and building fences and working with cows, that I started actually going, well, actually, do you know what? I really enjoy this. I want to be outside. I want to be involved in the natural world. And that is what got me back into education and sitting here now. And if that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't be here. Who knows what I'd be doing.
Well, yeah.
So, but again, I know a lot of people that have done similar things and it's really turned their lives around. So it's about identifying options like that and integrating with things like education as well.
It is, and fun enough, we run apprenticeships here and degree programs in horticultural science and actually landscape and design, you'll be pleased to know as well.
Very pleased, yeah.
And the reason that came up was initially we were really struggling to get horticulturalists, so we thought the kind of line was we'll grow our own.
Yeah.
But actually what we also wanted to do was to change the nature of horticultural science, which, horticulture wasn't, if you were deciding, what did you want your offspring to do? It was, if you like, a career for the third thickest son of the third thickest son. It was digging a hole in the rain, if you like. That's how it was viewed. Oh, you want to do accountancy or you want to do legal, Whereas actually the reality is, and particularly in Britain, is that one of our greatest gifts to the world was the fact that we can actually grow stuff. Many of the technologies came from here, and yet we haven't invested in it. And so we felt there was a need, and we've now got 180 or so students here studying on that.
Fantastic.
Because actually, if you want to, if you want to be able to grow stuff, if you want to, be able to look after the environment in the right way, you're going to need some people that really understand all of those components.
That's one of the other really big challenges that a lot of people are not aware of, is there's actually a huge shortage of professionals. So now is the opportunity, again, it's an opportune time to get involved, because there's opportunities now that there's never been in terms of availability of jobs, in terms of opportunities for education, in terms of opportunities for sort of advancement. I was 23, and I ended up on the World Council for our profession. That's not something that happens very commonly, but those opportunities are happening now, and there's a huge, again, opportunity for people to get involved and, lead the way. But we need people to sort of realise that these professions exist, two, how important they are, and three, where on earth are they going to get them? So what you're doing here is fantastic, and I'm really pleased that there is a landscape course here, because it's so vital to so much of what we want to achieve.
Well, and there's plenty of it. There's ecology. I mean, ecologists are being recruited by the big tech firms because they realise that they understand the whole. It seems to be part of it. So, and it's when you meet the students as well, and there's a lovely mix of the kind of what we'd all think of as students, the kind of 18 to 22-year-old, but a few people doing second careers as well. It's actually a rather buoying up sort of experience, because you just you realise that these people are committed. This isn't something you undertake lightly, because it's hard work for starters, but they are also driven by a passion for it, which look, I'd like to think I sort of had, but I studied French and German, so I discovered this late a little bit like you, so as well, and because at that time you were told to do the thing that you were good at. That's
Exactly,
what I was good at.
Yeah.
Whereas, if I had my time again, I would have loved to have done, something a bit more in that sort of space. But I bet if I read back in my career, you remember those books that we used to have, the career books, and I'm not so sure that it would have featured very highly up on the the list of desirable things to do at that stage in the 90s.
No, that's it. It's strange how things come around, isn't it? How people end up like they do and where they are.